Hi there, welcome to this video. Today obviously is your second video. And it's once again with great pleasure, you know, that I welcome you here. I'm looking forward to sharing what I'm going to share with you in the next part of this video. You know, yesterday obviously you watched the video where I introduced myself and Albie as the main team leaders in this team. You know, we run a global team, and at the same time we took you through some information with Mike on the differences between money and currencies, you know, and how important that is and what part gold and silver as precious metals literally play, you know, in that whole role. So once again, as I mentioned in the first video, our whole goal is to inform you, you know, to get you more informed so that you can understand a few things that most people out there don't really grasp and at the same time don't really pay attention to, which is, you know, you don't know what you don't know, and that usually hurts you. I mean, when I look at my own experiences in the past, I mentioned in the first video where way back when I started, I first had my real, if I can call it, success in the offline industry, in the network marketing business. And with that, I started making a lot of money and then got into property investment and all sorts of things. You know, different investments and stuff, and what I didn't know actually hurt me so bad that I lost everything, and that's from there that I decided to, as an individual, want to become a person that is not necessarily educated in things, but informed as to how things are working, how money is moved, what you should do, what you shouldn't do, what is safe, what isn't safe, and basically study the wealthy, study the elite, if we can call it that. You know, and with that basically changed my whole life and became an individual that has built multiple 6- and 7-figure businesses, and Albie in the same way, you know. So with this said, in this video, what we're going to do now is, as you know now what the difference is between money and currency, and that real money is actual gold, and that it's always been the thing that stood the test of time. And I also mentioned that our business that we want to share with you revolves totally around gold. You know, gold is so important, and it's going to become increasingly more important in the very near future. And it's, in our opinion, the ultimate business to be involved in. It is a business where you as an individual will become informed. You'll become more wise as to how to work with your money, what to do with it, how to protect yourself. We will, in our team, with you, get into things such as structures, protecting yourself, setting up of structures, sharing resources where you can learn the much needed stuff that most people don't know, and at the same time get involved in, finally, in a business opportunity that can take you as an individual, you know, from where you are now, whether that is making no money online or making 20 or 30 or 40 grand already online, and you want something that's real, where you don't need to convince people about it, where the product is real, where the support is great, where we've got a strategy and resources and training for every member that can literally, they just plug and play and tap into and change their whole life with that. Where you can become part of a group of people that are like-minded, that's got the same drive and the same vision, and with that basically change your whole life. And at the same time help others to be able to do the same thing. So what I'm going to do with you now is I'm going to take you into, you know, one of our webinars. We have these webinars on a daily basis throughout the globe, run by different presenters, you know, like myself and Albie, and obviously others throughout our global team. Now, with that said, what I'm going to do is you're going to get into a quick webinar where we're going to explain the 12-week strategy to you. You're going to learn about the company and about the product, which is obviously gold, as I've mentioned it multiple times before, where you will learn how you cannot spend money but save money and actually make a business and build a healthy lifestyle for yourself out of that. Live your dream, be free, be able to travel around the globe and basically do whatever it is that you want to do, whether it is, you know, travel or just take care of family members or friends or whoever you want to do, or whatever you want to do. You know, it is up to you. I want to tell you that once again, you are finally at a place where you can finally get to work, get to focus. No need to get distracted by all the shiny objects out there on the internet, you know, because unfortunately it is The internet is riddled with all sorts of things that takes people's attention in one direction, and then in the next day something else hits your inbox and then you go off in another direction. I did the same thing, and with me starting to focus on the right business, the right system, everything started changing. You know, for me to follow individuals that were already walking, you know, the route that I wanted to go, that already lived the lifestyle that I wanted to live, and that they're already making the amounts of money that I wanted to make, that was the best decision for me to do that, is to follow in those people's footsteps, because that means that the route has already been trodden. I simply need to follow and do as I was told, because obviously I wasn't in a position where I already had those results to prove to myself that I actually knew what I was talking about. But I actually followed people who had the results. So with that said, take your time, close the door, shut off Skype, shut off Facebook, close your email client, and pay attention to what we're going to share with you in this 12-week strategy webinar, where we'll show you how you can go from basically nothing, start saving in gold, moving your money from the left pocket to the right pocket, protecting yourself against inflation and corrupt governments and corrupt banking systems in that sense, and at the same time make a very, very healthy income from anywhere between 4 grand to over 100 grand a month. Alright, now that might sound far-fetched and it might fry your brain cells a little bit, but I promise you that you're going to love what you're going to see, and you will have no doubts but to join our team, because you're at the right place at the right time, and this is your time to now finally start shining and achieving your goals. So over and out, get into the webinar. I'll speak to you afterwards.
Tonight we're going to share with you a special plan. It's a proven system that could greatly accelerate your earning power. And that's if you discipline yourself, commit to the right mindset to follow it. I have a saying, why create mediocrity when you can copy genius? The system that we have is truly genius. It's simple, but it's still genius. And I do want to stress that the potential, the presentation that I share with you and the numbers that you see, they're not a promise or guarantee. But if you follow the system the way we show you, you don't try to reinvent the wheel, then you should see those numbers, the numbers that we show you. You should be able to see that. You should be experiencing that as well, because as Pastor Dai has said many times, numbers just don't lie. So don't create mediocrity. Copy genius. Copy the genius of this system, of this plan. Not only do we have an amazing plan, but that's going to accelerate your earning power, attached to that plan is an amazing company. And that company is called Karatbars International. Karatbars International is completely debt-free. They're out of Stuttgart, Germany, located, their corporate offices are located in Stuttgart, Germany. Their product is truly unique. It's money, real money. They specialize in the distribution of gold bullion, yet in smaller amounts. So it's more affordable to just about everybody or everyone. Anyone can really acquire Karatbars International gold. And it's currency grade gold, so it's the utmost, the highest quality that you can get. 999.9% 24 karat gold. So truly incredible. Also, you can take physical possession of the gold you acquire through Karatbars, and when you do, your package is put together under video surveillance, shipped right to your door. Someone has to sign for it, an adult has to sign for that. So Karatbars, truly an amazing company. With the opportunity, we have really two elements that's working for us. We have a very strong debt-free company and a proven system. And so I'd like to share with you the formula to that system. And that formula is very simple as well. There's just 3 parts to it. The first part is you're going to want to commit to acquiring simply 1 gram of gold every single week, and I have for the next 12 weeks. but you should be acquiring gold every single week, period. That 1 gram will end up being maybe 10, 20, 30 grams a week, because you'll be able to do that with the commissions that are created through this plan. But at the start, we're going to tell you that you need to commit to acquiring 1 gram of gold every week for the next 12 weeks. And when you do that, you're committing to moving approximately $65 a week from your declining bank account, I'll explain what that means, to inflation-proof gold. Okay, so it's going to be a gold savings account that you're building. All right, so when you do that, some of you might be thinking, okay, so 65 times 12, that's $780, and so I'm going to round that up to $800, okay? And having said that, you're not really going to have to set aside $800, even though it'd be a good idea to put all of your so-called declining dollars that's in that so-called savings account. You should be converting a great majority of it to gold. However, only really $400 is what we're going to tell you that you really need to set aside if you follow this plan the way we share it with you. But then that's because in 4 to 6 weeks, you could be generating enough cash flow to where you're going to be getting your gold absolutely free. Okay, so I multiplied 65 times 12, that's 780. I just rounded it up to $800. So half of that in 6 to 8 weeks, it's really less than $400. And so in 6 to 8 weeks, you could be actually getting free gold. The next part to that is to find 2 others that are willing to do the same. So, and the same what? To just commit to acquiring gold every single week, just 1 gram every single week, and also finding 2 others that are serious enough to trade their declining dollars in for real money gold to protect their family from inflation. Basically is what all we're asking you to do. If you do that, then this will come. Passive residual cash flow, anywhere from $5,000 to $35,000 a week. And quite honestly, folks, that is conservative. And you'll see why shortly, but that's very conservative numbers there. This system truly works, and you can get to that $4,500 to $35,000 per week, really in less than 12 weeks. But as I said, I'm going to show you how that works. So how are you earning by saving? Well, first of all, let's look at the concept. You get paid to save real money gold. Okay, and then how you do that is because Karatbars, the company, rewards you for saving real money, not spending it. And just as Pastor Dice says, we just have a system in place that shows you the correct way to move money. So how you're earning is you're implementing that correct way to move money so you can acquire economic freedom in 12 weeks. And that was the question. Are you interested in doing that? So hopefully you are, because this is what this is all about. And let me explain why it's so important, why money is so important, why the movement, I should say, the correct way to move money is so important. First of all, you need to understand what that means. What does the movement of money mean? So the best illustration, I think, would be an employer to an employee. They get a paycheck, and they're happy to get that paycheck. Why? Because they have bills to pay. You know, you've got your utility bills. Maybe you have to fill your gas tank or whatever. But that's moving money, and it's moving it in different directions. Gas station, restaurant, whatever. It's moving in different directions. Also, when certain things take place in your community, let's say a major event happens, and it brings people to that community, or maybe there's something that happens downtown and it draws you downtown. Well, this money is being moved because you'll probably go shopping, or visitors from outside of your community will, get a hotel or motel, things like that. So that's the movement of money as well. And even when you invest, there's movement of money as well, because businesses, they take that money and they use it to grow their business. And of course they have employees, and it starts again, they have the paychecks and everything like that. So when money is moved speedily, consistently, and continually in the correct way, it creates a healthy economic environment for all involved. And this is the strategy that we have incorporated within the 12 Weeks to Financial Freedom Independence Plan. And another way to look at this opportunity is that you're placed really in the way of money, so you can capture a great portion of it when it is moved. Okay? So some of it you'll use for necessities, like groceries, utilities, gas for your car, and you can also use a portion of it for family entertainment, and a portion also can be used to acquire free gold as well. And this is how we're going to show you the correct way of moving that money. Remember, in as little as 4 to 6 weeks, you should start making a profit. And of course, you'll acquire gold out of that profit to build a real savings with real money gold. That's our goal for you, and much more. Now, I call gold real money because it is inflation-proof. It will maintain its value regardless as to how many dollars or paper currency is required to acquire it. And so I'm going to give you a little illustration of how that really works. Back in 1936, an ounce of gold was $34.87. And really, $34.87 back then. With that, you could buy a nice suit, and that includes the, the shirt, the silk tie, the slacks. Also, you had your socks and all of that. But I'm going to throw in a pair of leather shoes for $6. That brings it to $31. And so you still have $3.87 left over. So back then, what could you buy for $3.87? Well, you could fill your gas tank up. Okay, for about $1, you could fill that thing up, and you're ready to go out to a Cab Calloway show maybe, and that's only 87 cents for two. 80 cents for two individuals to go out to that show. And also, after the show, you want a fine dining experience, so it's $1.50. Okay, and you still, after all that, have 57 cents left over. Okay, and that's back in 1936. So let's fast forward it to today. And that gold day, it's worth around a little over $1,300 today. So you have to ask yourself, can $1,300 purchase a brand new suit with leather shoes, fill up your gas tank, take you out to a nice show, and have a fine dining experience with some gold left over? And the answer is absolutely yes. That would go quite far. So that gold back in 1936 was only $34.87, but you need $1,265.13 more to get that same gold today. Okay, but that same gold will purchase everything that it did back in 1936. And that's what I mean when I say that gold is real money, because it is inflation-proof. However, let's look at the $34.87. What can that $34.87 buy? As I said, you need over $1,200, close to $1,300 to get that gold that you got back then. But what can you purchase for $34.87? Well, you and the person that you want to go out to the movies with, you can go to the movies for two, get some popcorn and some soda, and call it a night, because that's it. $34.87 doesn't go far. And I'm hoping this is a great illustration of why gold, why you should be acquiring gold, and how it can actually protect you from financial decline. The next thing I want to share with you is what banks are offering on your paper dollars. It's a joke. They have the nerve to put this ad, and they paid a pretty penny for it, put more interest in your savings. lock-in preferred member rates on AAA CDs, a whopping, I'm joking, 1.2% APY. That should anger every single person on this call. APY is annual percentage yield. And then that little 1 right here, that's telling you that if you take it out sooner than 24 months, you can't get that unless you have it in for 24 months. But if you take it out before then, they're going to penalize you for that. And interest rates, inflation I should say, rates go up about 3%. Each year it's an average of 3%. So there's no way you can keep up with inflation with your bank boasting a 1.2% APY on the declining dollars that you have. And that's why I call them declining dollars. In fact, I know of someone that doesn't even place their funds into account. In fact, I got upset today. I actually looked at a receipt from one of my business accounts, and they had the nerve to charge me $15 for, because I didn't keep $1,000 in there. So they decided they're going to start charging me $15 because I need to keep a balance of $1,000 in that account. It's a new policy that they have. So, once again, bank accounts that should anger you. It's better to place your funds in underneath your mattress, because at least you won't be charged silly fees and you won't be penalized for using your own money. So hopefully this makes sense when I tell you that gold is the real thing. Gold is real money. And anything else that has to do with currency, you're going to need to place a great majority of that in gold so that you are protecting yourself from inflation. Okay, another thing I want to share with you before I move forward with how you're going to generate income by saving in gold is another concept called exponential growth. And if you look that up in the dictionary, it probably wouldn't mean too much to you. And it's just all words. So I'd rather share with you an illustration of exponential growth. Before I do so, I want to ask you a question. Which would you choose? Would you like $5,000 a day for 31 days if someone offered that? Or would you choose a penny doubled every day for the next 31 days? Or would you prefer $1 million? And some folks say at the beginning, or either way. At the beginning, right now, $1 million, or at the end, 31 days. Regardless, it's still $1 million. So which would you choose? Now, two of those are very easy to figure out. The $5,000 a day for 31 days, you multiply that 5,000 by 31, it's $155,000. That's obviously much, much less than that $1 million at the end of the 31 days. So I've helped you a bit. So it's now really between a penny doubled every day for 31 days and $1 million at the end of 31 days. And if you're perceptive, then you know, that penny doubled every day must be a great example of exponential growth, and it is. And so let me share with you how a penny doubled every day will perform on behalf of you if you decided to experience exponential growth. And that is day one, of course, you've got your 1 penny. And so the person that chose the 5,000 or the 1 million is laughing at you and thinking you're completely stupid. But we'll see. So day 1, 1 penny. Day 7, you've got 64 cents. Day 15, it's $163.84. So you can see how it climbs. And this is what exponential growth does. It starts out very little, but then it starts to climb. So in day 16, you've got your $327.68. But let's move to day 20. You now have received that day more than the 5,000 a day person, that day, particular day. The next day, it's going up, it doubles every single day. So now you're sitting large. Let's look at day 28. The person that chose the $1 million is now looking and saying, wow, I should have chose the penny doubled every day. And look at day 30, over $5 million. But what's day 31? Over 10 million, close to $11 million. So a penny doubled every day is a great, great illustration of exponential growth. And this is what you can experience with this 12-week plan. The 12-week plan, I'm going to show you how to get started first, and then I'm going to break it down and share with you what you really must do. But in step one, it's very simple. You want to register for your free account. And what you're registering for is a free gold savings account. Very simple to do. You want to get with the person that referred you to us tonight, click on their link and get started. It takes probably a minute and a half, 2 minutes. Very simple to register for your account. And immediately, once you've registered, just click on the login link at the top right, and you'll get right into your account. And this account is going to be able to show you your numbers, be able to show you how your exponential growth is working for you. So step two is once you get that account, you don't want to wait. You want to activate it. And how you activate it is by a purchase. And this purchase is very important because this purchase is going to tell you whether or not you're going to make the most within that compensation plan or you're going to make the least. The least is impressive, but of course more is better, right? So step two, you don't want to wait, you want to activate. I'm going to share with you how you activate in more detail, but there is a package, VIP package. That is the top-notch package that you really want to get. We have others that will assist you in generating 7 income streams through this plan, okay? But the VIP is the one I really want you to focus on. So that's step two. You're going to activate. You're not going to wait. You're going to activate. In step three, then, as I shared with you in the formula, you're going to go to your declining bank account and take 65 of those declining dollars and turn them into real money gold every single week. It's around $65. Trade a portion of your declining dollars for real money. Currency grade Karatbars gold. Okay, that's step three. Step four, you're now going to team up with 2 like-minded individuals who do exactly the same as I just shared with you. They're going to register for their free account. They're not going to wait. They're going to activate, and they're going to acquire their gold. And they're going to be in step 4 as well. They're going to find 2 like-minded individuals as well. And then in 5, you're going to watch your team grow. But not only that, you're going to watch your cash flow grow, and you're going to watch your savings of gold grow on a weekly basis. Very simple, just 5 easy steps. There's another thing that I want to share with you too. Once you purchase that package, once you purchase your VIP package or whatever package you're going to do, there's another thing that's required, and that is your KYC documents. I need to share this with you because it's very important. Your KYC documents, that's know your customers. So Karatbars needs to know who you are. And so you're going to be required to upload a picture ID, like a driver's license, and also some form of bill that matches the address on your driver's license. So I just want to mention that. But that's very simple to do. And within 4 to 24 hours, that will be approved, and then you can move forward to acquiring your gold on a weekly basis. Okay? So let's look at what I'm talking about when I talked about the packages. And they're called the dual system packages. And what I share with you tonight as far as compensation is just one portion of Karatbars. They have 7 income streams. I'm only going to share really 2 of those income streams with you. And so the illustration that I give is truly conservative because there's a lot of the money that's left out. I just want to share with you the exciting part, and that's the fastest way that you can get paid. You can get paid as soon as today just coming in to Karatbars, which is truly exciting. But you want to select a dual system package. Remember, the first package I mentioned the VIP. It's approximately $2,100, and that's with, you know, shipping and handling and exchange rate fees and all that kind of stuff. Because Karatbars is a German company, they deal in euros. I'm showing this in dollars for you. But with the VIP package, there's a lot that you get with it. And you have to think of it as you going into business with Karatbars. They're going to give you a share of some of the things that are happening underneath you within your team. Remember, you have your team of 2. What I want to stress, though, is Karatbars is very generous because not just your team of 2 and who they bring in, you're going to be able to share in, you know, the activity that is created underneath you as well. There's a lot of people that have come into Karatbars ahead of you, and they're doing things. And what you could experience is spillover. And that spillover that goes underneath you, that is going to create income for you as well, in spite of the fact that you had nothing to do with that. So there's a lot of you that will go into your back office and you'll see that you have 600, 700 people, and you know good and well you have had nothing to do with that. Well, guess what? You still can earn because of their activity, because of the generosity of Karatbars. Truly incredible. But the VIP package, around $2,100, you get 3 grams of gold with that. So that's very nice. You also get some tools that you can use so that you can share this with others and encourage others to get that VIP pack. One of the great things is that euro, 100 euro off card. You're able to give that to someone and say, hey, if you move forward with a 100 euro, with the VIP package, I'll give you 100 euros off on your package. That's a great incentive. You can only use that card on the VIP package, by the way, and there are other products and services that you can use the 100 euros off. But as far as the package, you can only use that on the VIP. You also get 3% off cards within that VIP package as well. You get about 10 of those, and you get 20 of the 100 euro off cards. And as I said, 3 grams of gold in that package. There's also some brochures and things, and all the packages have the same things in them except the bronze. I'll share that with you in a moment. But all the other 2 packages have the same, but just different quantities of it. For instance, the gold package right here, which is around $800, it still has gold, but there's 2 grams of gold instead of the 3. And you have 7 100 euro off instead of the 20 in the VIP, and you have 5 3% cards versus the 10. Okay? And then the silver, which I call the least best that you can do, is only around $310 for that package with the fees and everything. And you get 3 100 euro off cards, 3 3% cards, and 1 gram of gold. Now, the bronze I talk about because it helps us with sharing with you a conservative way to see how you can actually earn in Karatbars, and it helps us to show conservatively those numbers because the numbers are much bigger. But the bronze will help us to show those numbers in a conservative manner. But I highly recommend if you can get the silver, do that. Do not get the bronze. Get the silver. But if you have to, we even have a package for you, but it has no gold in there. And it does have 2 100 euro off cards and 2 3% cards. And we're going to tell you to get the digital package as well so that you can save on shipping. Okay? So these are the packages that you can move forward with. And as I said before, depending on what package that you choose, that's going to be how much you're getting paid. It's not about really what you do by yourself. It's what you've chosen as far as the package that you want to purchase. Okay, and this will, and if you start with a lower version, you can always decide to give yourself a pay raise, as much as 800% pay raise overnight. Okay, I'll explain. First of all, as I said, this is conservative. These numbers have to do with you becoming a bronze. and you bring in 2 individuals your very first week, and they become a bronze. And I want you to remember exponential growth. Okay? $12 is not a lot. But even worse, 0 is not a lot. But remember, you're going to be experiencing exponential growth. And this is the reason why I shared that with you, that illustration with you, so you can understand that when you're doing this, you're bringing in 2 who bring in 2 who bring in 2, there's something behind the scenes that you don't see. But all of a sudden, come week 6, if you're simply a bronze and everybody else is a bronze, now your gold is absolutely free. You now can acquire your gold without taking from your declining bank account. You now are getting it absolutely free. When I say that, too, I want you to know that you're not purchasing in Karat bars, you're acquiring. I say that a lot, you're acquiring, because that gold you acquire is not going to be eaten. You're not going to go and eat that gold. You're not going to go and consume it in any way. It's there as savings. Okay, so it's still there. You're just converting it. All right, week 7, you have 143, and it's still, remember the exponential growth. Remember how it just didn't look too impressive. But when you get to week 12, that's quite impressive. A lot of folks would not mind a 4,485 weekly income. Okay, that's weekly. But most people wouldn't mind that monthly. But no, this is weekly numbers, folks. So this is the bronze package. The chances of you and everybody else being a bronze underneath you is very low. I know this because the organization, I have over 1,700 people within an organization. And I know that Pastor Dye has even more because he's the one that brought me in. And there's other people that have just huge, huge organizations. And we all know that the most popular package is not the bronze package, okay? So the chances of everybody being bronze underneath you is 0, really. And what I'm trying to show you is this is very conservative. So let's look and see what would happen if you decided to upgrade. Only you, though. Everybody else is still a bronze. But let's find out what kind of pay raise you can give yourself if you decided to say, you know what, I don't want to be a bronze anymore. In fact, right here, I'm able to pretty much upgrade to a silver. So in your 8th week, if you decided to upgrade to a silver, instead of getting $286, you would be getting $1,100 instead. Very good pay raise in a matter of 1 week. Or let's say, I want to go ahead and upgrade to a gold. Well, let's say you upgraded to a gold in your 8th week. Instead of $286, you get $1,650. And let's say you did it in your 8th week and you said you wanted to become a VIP, $2,200. So your pay raise would be quite substantial from $286 to $2,200. That's huge. When I tell you that it's not because of you working is what's going to pay you more. It's your decision on that package. It's what's going to pay you more. And so right here with this illustration, I have upgrade, and that's simply because I want everyone to upgrade to a VIP as quickly as possible. So instead of 4,485 in your 12th week, you could be making well over 34,500, and that's simply because in this illustration, the only people that have, I should say that the only packages that have been purchased are bronze packages. And can you imagine if you have a lot of VIPs, a lot of golds in there, a lot of silver in there, this is going to change substantially. The other thing to take in consideration too is what's going on when people are following the plan, and that's the movement of money. That's every single person acquiring their gold every single week. It's helping them. It's benefiting them. But not only that, it's creating, a great economic atmosphere because that movement of money is consistent every single week. And so you're going to be earning because of the gold acquisition that's happening within your organization as well. So that's truly incredible. But once again, remember, these numbers are very conservative. So I'm going to close because I really do want to make sure that each and every one of you has the right mindset. And I always end with this because most people, if not everybody on this call, knows the saying, you can lead a horse to water, and instead of saying what everybody else says, I want you to start to question things like this. I want you to start changing old habits. And I want you to start being solution-oriented, basically, is what I'm trying to say. If there's a challenge in your way, you have to be determined to overcome that challenge and know that there's always a solution, because there is. There is always a solution. If you don't give up, there's always one. So with this said, not only can you lead a horse to water, you can definitely get him to drink if you just put salt in his oats. Put salt in his oats, he's definitely going to take a drink of water, drink and potentially drink the whole lake up. But the reason why I say this is because tonight I'm talking to you, I'm talking to an intelligent individual. The opportunity that I'm presenting to you, or I presented to you, it's the water, okay? And the salt is the 12 weeks to financial freedom. It's this fail-proof action plan. Hopefully it makes you thirsty enough to partake of that water, and that's the opportunity. To close, there are a lot of tools that you're going to be able to use, but I want to just reiterate how you can get started. The first thing you want to do is contact the person that invited you to this call. And you want to click on that person's link and register for your free, absolutely free account. Don't sit there and be just free, because your account can't do anything just sitting there. There's got to be a movement of money. So what you want to do is to activate. You don't want to wait. You want to activate by getting one of those packages, preferably the VIP, but remember, we still have the gold, the silver, and we also have the bronze package as well. But whatever you do, activate and start where you can, and just commit to upgrading. One thing I forgot to tell you, if you decide to upgrade, and this is very important and a great thing, if you decide to upgrade, which I hope you do if you start at a lower version, then you don't have to pay the full amount of the next package. You're just going to pay the difference of what you've already paid. Okay, so when you upgrade, they're going to subtract what you've already paid, and you'll pay the rest. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, so activate. Then the third thing is you want to acquire your gold, and you remember what you're doing. You're not purchasing. You're acquiring your gold. You're exchanging those declining dollars for real money gold, inflation-proof gold. And then you're going to team them up with your two, and they're going to do exactly the same as you. And because of that, all of you will watch your cash flow, your gold grow, and your organization grow. More and more people protecting themselves from economic decline. So, to close, tools that you can use to build your team, we have a 3-minute sizzle call. And hopefully you can see the screen. The 3-minute sizzle call is 218-844-3182, code 301-08646. And with that call, you could just say, you know what, I found a company that actually pays you to save money. They have a 12-week system that could help you earn $800 or more weekly if you just follow their easy fail-proof plan. Here, let me dial this number. You've got to listen to this. Dial the number, dial the code, let them listen to that, and then when they're excited about it, get them on one of the calls. We have a daily call, 9 a.m. Pacific time, 12 p.m. Eastern time for the daily call, the day call, I should say, the morning call. And the night call, this one, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. So, and then we also have the webinar platform so that you can actually see what we're talking about, the illustrations and things like that. So I'm hoping that all of you can see the significance of being part of a company that's truly revolutionary, and the pay structure, the compensation plan, quite generous. And now we also have a 12-week plan to get you there. It's a plan of action, step by step. If you follow it, you will get there. Don't create mediocrity, folks.
All right, so obviously now you have finished the webinar. I'm sure that you have seen exactly how things will work. I mean, you will obviously throughout the emails and throughout the follow-up systems basically get more information. Make sure that you get in touch with the person who introduced you to this video. It's one of our team members most probably. With that said, take action, get involved. All you need to do is do those 3 simple steps of obviously understanding why gold, and by now you should know exactly why gold, why it's important, and why there's an urgency for it. All right, so get your package, any package. I mean, as you know, there are 5 different packages, or there are a number of different packages, anywhere from around about $200 all the way upwards to 10 grand to get involved. Basically get your business set up with that, and at the same time then just share this wonderful business opportunity with 200 other individuals, and with that basically save your own money on a weekly basis and cause the movement of money. And with that, duplication sets in our team and in our training, where you are part of a community that all do the exact same thing. You will build a business within 4 to 12 months that will blow your mind, and you will be able to be an individual like myself that actually had a very dark future for myself in the past and changed the direction and the results of everything with me just making a mere decision to listen to somebody who's already walked where I want to go, who's already earning what I want to earn, and listened and implemented what they shared and got involved in this business and changed your whole life through that. All right, so with that said, click on the button below and I'll welcome you into the team. All right, see you in the next videos. Bye.